Welcome to Doom and Gloom.
Welcome to Back to the Future.
This
is Hyrule Field, obviously.
Yeah. A big part of the hack was to show the extreme differences between the 7 years. Because, honestly, I didn't think a whole lot had changed between kid and adult. I really wanted to show, 7 years of being...
Basically a bunch of Ganon rubble.
Yeah, it's basically, Ganon has basically overrun this area.
Seized the island of Korodai.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this thing.
Yeah.
I'll be showing that off, too. Before I actually go into the Rudo's Letter quest, I'm going to be doing some other stuff here. Mainly getting Epona, and I might as well...
It's the easiest way to get Epona.
I might as well show the Dark Nuts.
Oh. You're going to do those the easy way or the hard way?
The easy way, probably.
Okay.
Everybody always does that,
yeah.
so...
Might as well.
Why are you facing this way? So do I just,
you just
song?
Epona song, yeah. I think it needs to be day. Because Epona's in the pen right now. You need to be a day.
Okay.
So it's one song. Sorry.
That's okay. Right down up. BL caps lock, BL caps lock.
I don't know how you play that way.
Oops.
There we go.
Now, let me actually, I don't even have to go to Malin this time, I can just play the song.
Well, go ahead and talk to her.
Yeah.
Actually,
So anyway, this,
yeah.
No?
There's Brownie.
Where is she?
She's in the stable, I think. She's talking about, how... Ingo, rounded up all the horses. And
Should I show the text or not bother?
It's fine. Basically, she's talking about how Ingo rounded up all the horses in Hyrule Field, and that's why there's no horses running around and all that, you know. You can ride Brownie around, but you can't take him out to the field.
Brownie is this horse, by the way. That's just the name she gave it. She wanted to have a different horse be usable.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't run as fast as Epona does.
And you can't call it, obviously. And it doesn't stay put where you put it. So it would be a really big headache. But basically, one big question that I always had from my childhood was, could you steal the brown horse? So, I basically, I have a video on this on my channel of basically me just shifting the gates to the side and taking the horse out to the field. You can't take it out because it is a different variable group than Epona, but it also requires Ingo to work, which is really bizarre, and I'll be putting in a picture of, my epiphany on this, because I put Ingo out into the field, and the brown horse requires Ingo's variable and group number to work. It's really weird. And makes no sense, but that's how it works.
Anyway, I just enjoy the fact that you don't have to do the race, because I always hated that
I hate the race, too.
I was never that good at it, and it takes too long.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you can just continuously run this guy over. I'm going to try that.
You think? Horseback fighting. Horseback fighting, go.
The derpiest horseback fighting of all time.
Yes.
Because Epona runs over plants, so she actually does damage things. Just probably not very much.
Yeah, a little faster.
This is going to be really awkward and bad, but...
I guess you can.
I did damage. I was able to see it.
It didn't hit, though.
No, from the first run through I did. There we go.
I see.
It's probably not doing much though. So
yeah, I'm not sure the.
But you are invincible.
I'm not sure what Epona hooves do for damage outtake. Oh no, you're not invincible. You get damage.
Okay,
weird. I guess because they never expect you to be on Epona, so that is bizarre.
Are there ever enemies in areas with Epona actually?
No, there's other than actually no.
Because you can take her to Hyrule Field.
Lake Hylia,
Lake Hylia, and that's about... Are the Tektites always there?
Yeah.
I thought you added them.
Tektites are there as, even in regular group.
I think you can run over the Tektites.
I moved the Tektites to make sure you could kill them all, but...
So anyway, fought one of these guys. There's two others. And what you're supposed to do is fight them all, and then it makes a treasure appear.
Yeah, but usually...
However, there is a glitch in this game where if you kill an enemy, if you kill one of them, and then basically reset the map, the game thinks you killed all of them.
Yeah. The chests rely on groups of enemies to die. That's why a lot of times you get into an area, like in a dungeon, that's why the door closes behind you. Because if you reload that area and you only killed one enemy, and you come back in, those enemies will all be dead. It works the same way with bosses. So, that's an interesting reason.
All of these trees are gone.
Because they all have to be turned into something.
They all had to be turned into Dark Nuts and Ganon.
Yeah.
And this chest.
There are no trees.
So, for the record, somewhere in this expanse of land is a grotto with a heart piece in it that requires the iron boots. Without the tree marking where it is, good luck finding it. Need that shard of agony.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Well, people have gotten this game to work on EverDrive, but I don't know how.
So anyway, that's Bigoron Sword, so...
Yeah, screw the quest. I don't like it.
Very, very easy to get Bigoron Sword, especially with the glitch. Yes. I am not complaining. I like it. I'm going to use it.
But the Master Sword, man.
Screw the Master Sword.
Oh.
I never use the Master Sword in this game. Usually when I play through Oot, the very first thing I do is get Epona, and then get Bigoron Sword. Like,
yeah,
it takes a while, but it's worth it in the end.
I just didn't like the quest at all, so I was like, you know what, screw it, just put it as and of course I didn't know at the time that you could cheese it, so oh well.
So,
Wolfos work the same way.
Yeah, speaking of cheesing things, that's what I'm going to be doing next. I'm heading into...
It's okay, I don't mind. Because it's an unintentional
since the cuckoo collecting didn't go so well, I'm gonna get a bottle a different way here. We got rid of the big pose. So actually, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's me.
We got rid of the big pose from Hyrule Field. The trader guy is still there, but you can't really do anything with him. So the bottle that he gives you has been relocated to right here, basically.
You want to go ahead and beat them all, or are you going to cheese it?
I'm just going to cheese it.
Okay. That's fine.
How many are there, actually?
5.
Oh, that's not so bad.
There's actually hints around the area, like, telling how many Wolfos there are and stuff. Use the hint.
I wanted to do that. Not even going to Z-target.
God. There's one up near Death Mountain area.
Yeah. I might as well seek them out.
I believe one near Impa's house. That's the only ones I remember.
The one in the former horse pen.
Took down the horse pen.
Because once again, multiple maps per area.
Yeah.
So there's a...
That's why the trees are gone too.
Day and night Kakariko Village as both young and adult.
I actually have a reason behind the trees too. If you talk to the old man behind the house here.
Oh,
there's a reason. Guy? There's a reason all the trees are gone. Yeah.
Okay, I will see what that is.
Oh,
see out at night.
Nighttime. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there's 4.
Okay, I couldn't remember if there's 4 or 5.
Anyway, yeah, those work the same way. I kill one, leave, come back, he can get the bottle. So.
Oh, that's a bottle spoiler. Read the text on the bottle too.
And have... Oh, no, never mind. I showed the Wolfos text.
Yeah. Got an empty bottle. It's a useful item that is rare to find in Hyrule. They are said to be made by an old scientist.
I see.
Yes.
Alright, don't need to do anything in the graveyard, so I guess we are heading to Lake Hylia again.
Indeed.
Luckily, I have a horse for fast travel.
Indeed. We should probably cut ahead, though.
It's not that long.
Okay. We'll get to see some opponent usage then.
I did live here, right? So, one of the things that was planned for the second hack that never got made was that you would actually use Brownie in that game. Yeah. And so basically, it would be stationed at various places in the field.
Because Brownie works wherever, like, ends up wherever you put her. So, like, I had her stationed at, like, say, I put her in front of Hyrule castle area, or like the town area, like in the field. You know.
The moon's falling. No.
Goodness. Goes on really fast, doesn't it? But you put her there, and then you ride her around, and then you go through a different map. She resets to her original position, unlike Epona, who is like has dynamic mapping. I don't know how the hell she works, but
Yep, grotto. It's
Yeah.
probably just that one, but I'm gonna check it just in case. By the way, I bought the heart paste from the Deku scrub off screen. Let's see. Yep, it's that one grotto.
I like that one grotto.
I also like the perpetual meteors hovering above Lon
Yes.
Lon Ranch, and can you see them from here?
No, you have to get closer.
But it's like the Ganon rubble has these meteors tied to it for some reason,
It's really weird.
and so there's just random crap floating in the sky whenever it's present.
Use your imagination. Okay.
So anyway, what you have to do here is run over all the Tektites. I think the scientist gives you a hint on this. I'll check after I actually do it, because I don't feel like getting off the camera and everything, so...
The brain noises continued.
what the hell?
She's like, no, I don't want to run over that one.
Oh no.
Do you hear the rain, or is that just me?
I also hear this. Yeah, there was one. Whatever, I'll just get off.
That's weird. Again, you can cheese it with these. Down there.
This one isn't hard though, so...
Yeah. They should be all in the area.
Well, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Sad.
didn't attack.
Look.
Also, did you have the guidebook that said that, like, if you roll while your sword is out, it causes you to take
Oh, I
damage?
did not. It sounds so derpy, though. Like, I don't know how you messed that up. There we go.
So anyway, that happens. Let me go talk to the scientist before I grab that.
Okay.
And this is why the bean plant needs to be put there, because that's the only way to get up there.
Because you don't have hook shot yet.
It's like you can bomb hover, but
No.
it's the only
Regular
legit way to get up there.
Yeah. I think he says the same thing. Because, again, he is tied to this map, and there's not a separate map.
Is there any hint to kill those, then?
The sign.
Oh, yeah. Looking for brave adults.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did
Yeah.
there. Okay.
I mean, he's not gonna get children for him, you know.
So anyway, this freaking chest kind of threw a wrench into the whole item distribution
Threw
thing.
a big wrench.
Like, let me actually explain this here.
Yeah.
Because Dodongo's Cavern had 2 treasures in it, but one of them was the Mask of Truth, which wasn't replacing anything, basically. It was just thrown in as a bonus. Iron Boots are an actual thing that you get from a dungeon. So that means that one of the dungeon treasures somewhere basically had to be eradicated.
Or replaced with something.
So, no, there is a dungeon in the game that doesn't have a treasure in it, and it is a complete fuck you moment when you run into it,
Yeah,
and we'll be
true.
explaining that when we get to it.
It really is.
But, anyway, now that we have Iron Boots, we can head into the Water Temple. You might not think that you would want to do that without the Zora tunic, but you have no way of getting it at this point, really, so...
Yeah. Again, this is sort of a convoluted area of the playthrough, but I kind of liked it, and I think it works out fine. You do have to do some, like, really big thinking here, though.
So this thing's already raised.
Yeah, I raised it up.
Because you don't have hook shot. So we're not actually doing the Water Temple yet, but we have to get the bottle
Started
from
on
it,
it,
basically.
yeah.
This frickin' bottle frickin' traveled like miles too. I don't know how. But,
Don't think about it. That's how.
I'm actually trying to think of the progression here, because to get Zora, like, what do you do to get Zora tunic? Yeah, you just thought King Zora. Never mind.
Yeah, King Zora.
Yeah, because you need the blue fire to do that. Because you never actually use the blue fire within Ice Cavern in this version of the game.
Right.
So yeah, well, obviously that'll be seen eventually. But
This is some time fuckery right now, so yeah, don't think about it too hard.
Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Yeah, it's... When you compare the different rules of time travel from different, like, different stories, this is like an amalgamation of all of them and makes no sense if you analyze it.
But it's fun.
It's fun. But I actually had a funny thought right before we started this video.
Yes.
From Sheik's perspective, because he's standing outside of the Master Sword pedestal, is Link appearing suddenly in in this time period? Like, so he just basically bamfs into existence and then runs out, and then another Link just appears and runs out, because you're traveling to the future multiple times.
Yeah, I like that
So,
idea.
like, I have to wonder how that is working.
She's just standing there watching all the Links go by. Well, at least he's doing something.
Oh, there's number one.
Yep. There's number two.
Let's see how many there will be. Oh, it's been 5 minutes since the last one. No, there's another one. Okay. Like,
yeah.
It would
Or it's just immediate,
it would be
one
bizarre.
after the other. God. I love that.
So, there's the bottle.
Yep.
And we probably can do other things in the dungeon, but without the hook shot, we can't do much.
Don't mess it up, yeah.
So,
go back in time and give it to her father.
So, basically, we backtrack.
Indeed.
And it's going to be a long trek there, so no reason to show any of it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Bye.
Should I pause the video or
Just
stop it?
Pause it. We'll see you at Zora's domain. You can, like...
Completely random thing here.
Yeah, I remember this thing.
There is a bird in the water here.
This is actually a beta bird.
Let's see if I can get into...
This is a bird that was actually, that found... Well, I didn't find it, but...
It's just a random Easter egg.
a bird, yeah.
I don't know why it's there, but...
Because I wanted to put something in, and it doesn't actually fly, it just sits there and flaps forever. Underwater.
It's so
Don't
dumb.
ask why.
I love it, though.
But yeah, I think I put it in there and didn't have the heart to take it back out because it was so awesome.
So, anyway, now back to off-screen.
Regularly scheduled program.
Hey, it's this place again.
We love this place.
We had to come in here because there's a fish. The fish have been taken out of
yeah, I forgot about that.
Zora's domain.
You have to go hunting for the fish.
So we had to actually go back to get the... Oh, it said, like, it sure is a fish. I didn't really see the text, but, anyway, I got there, then realized, like, yeah. Well, not getting the heart piece. I am just doomed to never get this heart piece now. It's like, I wasn't going to at first, and then because I had to go back to get the fish, I'm like, well, now I can go and get it. But then that happened.
I was like, don't do that!
I was not
Link, whenever you're ready, man. Whenever you're ready.
So we get to go through this place again, which of course you haven't seen, but I've done this like 5 times in a row now.
Probably
because
more.
I first came here as adult Link,
yeah,
and I'm like, oh wait, what am I doing? Go back. Then I go back, I go through time, come here, go all the way through it with the chicken so I can get the heart piece that's near the waterfall, and then
get into Zora's domain.
Get into Zora's domain, and I'm like, well, let me catch the fish while I'm here. I'm like, oh shit.
Debate for 2 seconds if you buy the fish.
And then the fish costs 200 rupees. We're like, yeah,
no, I'm not buying the fish.
Not buying any damn fish. So then this happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, I came to a realization, another weird thing with Sheik standing there. When the various Links come back to go back in time, they place the Master Sword in the pedestal, and then the sword just disappears. Because the next one has to put the sword in it also.
Yay.
So, I guess it just travels back with them, but then disappears into the adventure game ether. I don't really know.
Not sure how that would work. Unless he just sees one Link and one Link going and one Link coming. So it's like, I don't know. Time travel's weird. There's really no good way for time travel to work.
Okay, I got my letter, I got my fish.
If time travel even, like... If time travel did work, do you think it would even affect the future? Because the future's already happened.
Like people have said, if time travel did exist, we would know because time travelers would have come back and told us.
Not necessarily.
Oh, I'm like about to give this guy the fish. let's get the stupid letter. Here's your freaking proof. I don't know why I can't just go by anyway.
Oh, this letter. Let's see. Again? Should probably teach her not to play around the mouth of Lord Taboo. Ever since we fed him the new treasure that was donated, he has
so
been
stupid.
feeling a little ill. The evidence seems clear. Of course you'll go find Ruto. You can pass through here to the altar of Lord Taboo.
I think there was a Brawl in the Family comic. It's like, well, we made this map of Jabu's insides, and they put it in the chest. Here you go.
Move out of the way. I haven't moved in years, you see. I did make it shorter, technically.
Things that are shorter than this cutscene. List will now be posted in the comments.
Duke Nukem Forever's waiting list. Okay, you're good. That's all you need to
Come
wait.
on.
Anytime now. There we
Okay.
go.
So yeah, it's about half the time it normally is.
It's just enough to get you through. So.
Weep. Weep.
So yeah, when Ruto comes
Weep.
back, you're like, she's like sitting in her. It's like really weird.
Okay, so this is a place that exists.
Yeah.
There's a Farrer's Wind here, but I never freaking use it.
Not neat.
Might as well pick it up.
You can
like,
use it
off
from
screen,
dungeon to
but-
dungeon though, so that's kind of useful.
Yeah, I actually wanted to incorporate that somehow, but it was too complicated. Oh, there's Gossip Stone.
Oh, we shall read it. As you can see, we visited the Zora shop.
Huh?
It's like, as they can see, we visited the Zora shop because of the background of the map. They say that there is a secret near the lone tree, which is not far from the river. You can't knock it down to get the Triforce, though. Yes.
Okay. I actually got that on off screen. It was just a Skulltula. But yeah, they're talking about the tree next to the Kakariko entrance.
There was a rumor back then when I was little that you could knock that tree down and knock over like the wall of the castle to get the Triforce. It's so far-fetched.
It's a little bit
And
stupid.
yet I still
Because
tried
it's
it.
this really small, dinky tree.
Yeah,
too.
it's not even a big tree.
I just want to know what's up with the giant tree at Lake Hylia with the like
The bear
claw
claws,
marks
yeah.
on it.
Maybe like Wolfos or something.
Yeah, it's like I always somehow made the connection that it was the white Wolfos from the ice cavern, but I don't know why. Let's see.
Say that you can swim faster by continuously pressing B.
Yes, I have been doing that.
A lot of people don't know that though.
Blow up the gray rock.
You can't.
I know. You can blow up everything else though.
Blow up the rock in the floor to get to the secret area above.
What?
The secret invisible enemy area.
Oh god damn it!
That thing is so
That
weird.
I don't get that area. Yeah, you have it's the stupidest Skulltula of the game. You come back here with the silver gauntlets to lift that boulder, and then you go into this pathway with a bunch of invisible Skulltulas, and then it just leads to a gold Skulltula.
So weird.
It's so far out of the way.
It is one of the most just
What were they
WTF
thinking moments?
Yeah. It's just like, it's so out of place in this area. It makes no sense.
I think that one and the one that's in the grotto that you have to play the Song of Storms to get into outside of Hyrule Castle are just the most awkward Skulltulas in the game that, like, you would never find without a guide. Like, when you find all the Skulltulas in an area, it does mark them on the map, but they're still so
Hyrule Field's
weird.
huge. And that one grotto is marked with a tree, so if you go up and blow up all the trees, I don't know.
Well, I'm talking about the one outside of Hyrule Castle.
Oh yeah, that one. You need to go back with this.
You have to come back with the Song of Storms.
Yeah, that's true.
And who the hell is going to go all the way there again?
Yeah.
Like,
Because you have to avoid the guards again, too.
yeah.
So.
And in this hack, it's even harder to get because it's permanently
It's
missable
permanently
after
missable.
you get Zora Sapphire.
Yeah.
But, anyway.
This video should be...
Yeah, that's about it. I'll go feed the whale,
feeding.
and then, we'll start there.
Yes.
I don't remember this dungeon being particularly changed.
Nah, it's just cows.
So
Lots
if
of
you've
cows.
seen Master Quest, then you've seen this.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if we even need to show it then, but, we'll
Other than the treasure, but...
at least
that's
look at
about
it. I don't know.
No, I don't... Other than the treasure, it's pretty much it, so it should be fine.
And the Naruto text, I guess, but
Yeah.
Okay, here. Have a delicious fish. I will try to end the video at the most inopportune moment that I can.
Now.
Oh, come on, everybody
Don't make
else.
editing hard, please.